Good morning, children. Once again, I'm back in this new session. In this new session, I'm going to teach the third chapter, the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is the true incident of North Atlantic Ocean in the United States, where a spot is there called Bermuda Triangle, where many ships, many boats, and many passengers, whoever have passed from this spot, from this area, the Bermuda Triangle, got vanished, got disappeared. It's a true incident, and this incident has been taking place from 1492. Up till now, this mystery is unsolved. We are going to start this chapter. The name of the chapter is Bermuda Triangle. There is a spot in the Atlantic Ocean east of the United States where many strange incidents have been taking place from years now. This spot is in the North Atlantic Ocean in the United States, and where many ships, many planes have gone vanished. Planes have disappeared from radar screens and ships have been found with no crew. Many planes, many ships have been disappeared, and radar screen means, children, the screen which shows the direction, that is called radar screen. And whenever the ships and planes move from this area, they find that the radar screen is out of control. It doesn't shows the direction. It doesn't have any control on that screen. Many small boats and aircraft have gone missing. All these incidents have something in common. They are mysteries that have not been solved. It's a very big mystery, children, and up till now this mystery means, children, a pahili, and that is not solved. This area of danger began to be known by names like the Devil's Triangle and Hoodoo Sea. People started giving the name. People gave the name this area as the Devil's Triangle or Hoodoo Sea. Until Vincent Gaddis, a journalist, coined the term the Bermuda Triangle in 1964. People have studied this area and they said that this area is being given the name the Devil's Triangle, Hoodoo Sea. Then a journalist, he gave a new name that is called the Bermuda Triangle in 1964. Later on, Charles Burles used the name in his book, also called the Bermuda Triangle. Again, a journalist called Charles Burles, he also gave a new name. He also gave the name the Bermuda Triangle, and the book was the bestseller. He has written a book, and the book became very famous, and book has been read by a large number of people, and they also came to know about this true incident. And this incident up till now is unsolved. On a map, the Bermuda Triangle can be marked out as a rough triangle stretching from Miami to Puerto Rico, then to Bermuda and back to Miami. On page number 27, you can see the map, children. In this, you will find a triangle. That triangle is from Miami to Puerto Rico, and from Puerto Rico to Bermuda Triangle, and Bermuda, and then from Bermuda back to Miami. But the power of this mysterious stretch of ocean is felt beyond its boundaries. People, when they reach this before they reach this area, and they can find the intuition that something wrong is going to happen. They didn't find the clue. They didn't find the clue. They found that something wrong is going to happen. The radar screen got out of control, and the screen which shows the direction, that also stopped, and people didn't understand what's going to happen next. But they felt something, that the plane got out of control, the ships got out of control, and they didn't understand what is going to happen. You can see the picture, children, here, the Bermuda Triangle. You can see from Puerto Rico to Florida, and from Florida to Bermuda, and from Bermuda to Puerto Rico. This is a triangle, and this is a spot. It's in the North Atlantic Ocean in the United States, and you can see in this picture, this happens in this area. Many aircraft and ships have vanished without a trace in the Bermuda Triangle area, and only a few people have survived to share the terrifying experiences. Only few people have found out this something wrong is going to happen, and only they have shared this terrifying experiences with their people. Others have left recording in their radio communication. And what happened, as their plane, their ships is going to pass from this area, they found that the radar screen went out of control, and they were not able to understand what wrong is going to happen, but still they have recorded this message and given to their people. Others have felt recording in the radio communication before disappearing in the same way. They have recorded the message that till now they are having the communication. They have recorded the radio communication, and after that the plane, the ships got out of control. These recordings tell us about the compass that went out of control, and they have recorded, and in the compass they have given the message that unidentified object, means UFOS, means the unidentified object is there that is making our ships, our plane out of control. The radar screen is out of control, and they've given this message in their radio communication. And they've said that a dense fog is there, and because of the dense fog, the sky and the sea is in the same direction, and they have been one, and because of this, which covered the sea and the sky, and because of this they found an unidentified object. One of these occurred in 1980 when pilot Joe Torres and Joe Santos were flying back to Puerto Rico. One of these occurred in 1980 when pilot Joe Torres and Joe Santos were flying back to Puerto Rico. When they were flying back to Puerto Rico, they found that their plane has gone out of control. The Dominican Republic, the radio transmission sometime during the flight said that there was a UFO in the part. The message that they got was that there was a UFO. UFO means children's unidentified object. The pilot came to know that an unidentified object comes in front of the radar, and because of that, the plane goes out of control. No one heard from them or saw them the message. Nobody have seen them or nor they have given the message. It seemed that the plane and its crew had simply vanished. And it seemed that the plane as well as the crew, they both have vanished. They both got disappeared. There are also first-hand accounts from people like Captain Don Henry which confirm such tragic happenings. Captain Don Henry, he made a confirm that this happening is a true incident, and why the plane goes out of control because an unidentified object comes in front of the radar screen, and because of that the plane goes out of control and the plane gets disappeared. Now children, we will see the word meaning. Radar. Radar means radio detecting and ranging. It is a system of finding out where planes, ships, etc. are and in what direction they are moving. Radar screen is a screen on the ships and plane. They detect and they tell us about in which direction the plane or the ship is going to move. Crew. Crew means children, the people working on a ship or a plane. Coined means invented a new phrase. Bestseller, a book bought by large number of people. Stretch means vast area. Without a trace means with no sign or clue. Recordings, recorded words or messages left by people before they disappeared. Sighted means children seen briefly. The mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle have remained unsolved. One morning in January 1948, a BSAA Tudor 4 airliner Star Tiger suddenly disappeared. There were many mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle, many incidents took place, but nobody was getting the clue why this happens and where the ships and the planes go, why they get disappeared. Then, in January 1948, a BSAA Tudor 4 airliner also got disappeared. It's the name of the flight. It also got disappeared. People didn't get the clue where the ship has gone. It was less than 2 hours away from its destination, Bermuda. Only 2 hours was left to reach its destination, and it also got disappeared. A report on this incident concluded the disappearance of Star Tiger must remain an unsolved mystery. Then a report was concluded on this airliner the disappearance of a star tiger was an unsolved mystery. People didn't get the clue that where this plane has gone. Almost a year later, on January 17, 1949, another airliner, Star Ariel, bound for Jamaica, took off from Bermuda. Then, after a year later, again in 1949, on 17 January, another flight took place, and that also took off from Bermuda, but that also got disappeared. It was never heard of again, and about this flight, nobody gave the message of this flight. A few days earlier, a DC-3 airliner had approached Miami International Airport with 31 passengers and crew on board. Then after a few days, another flight, DC-3 airliner, and it approached Miami International Airport, and after it took 31 passengers with them, and that also got vanished. The pilot radioed in to say that it was only 80 kilometers away. The pilot gave the message that it was only 80 kilometers far away. It was that after that it was never heard. It was the last that was ever. Only the last message it has given that we are 80 kilometers far away from this, and afterwards that also got disappeared. Or scene of the plane, the region in which it disappeared had shallow seas, but the wreckage was not found. There was nothing. It was as if there had been no plane and no crew. The pilot said that the plane, whichever used to pass from this area, got disappeared, got vanished. Even the small wreckage means children, the remains of the plane and the passenger could not be found. People found that there had been no plane and no passengers, means no remains of them could be found because of an unidentified object. Such unexplained disappearances have been making people take notice of this mysterious section of the ocean. People try to find out that the unexplained disappearance of the plane was a very big mystery about this ocean. In 1952, the journalist George Sand wrote an article about the disappearance of Flight 19 and other odd incidents in the October issue of magazine called Fate. In 1952, George Sand, he wrote an article in his magazine that this ocean is an unexplained disappearance of the flight, and no rescues have came to find out the clue. What happens, how the plane disappears, and he has written in his article that this is a fate. He described the region as a water region surrounded roughly by Florida, Bermuda and Puerto Rico. He has explained that this is a water region and it has been surrounded by Florida, Bermuda and Puerto Rico. Now children, we will see the word meaning. Radio transmission means children the message that has been given by radio. First-hand account means people's own experiences. BSAA means British South American Airways. Destination means the place where the aircraft was supposed to go. Bound for means going to. Radio means send a message. So children, I hope you must have understood the first part of this chapter. Now I am going to conclude my session, and that I will meet you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, be safe.